Welcome to Aquarius Dragon Tarot. I'll be your guide on this journey. And for today's card of the day, I was called to pick out these two cards, which leapt out at me as I shuffled. As always, only take what resonates with your beautiful heart, and what doesn't, just let it flow through, and it might be a fun story to listen to or an allegory or two. And without further ado, let's take a moment to connect with our angelic guides as we divine and channel all that we are to receive in our highest loving good and grace. Thank you, angels, for blessing this journey. And we'll begin with our dragon card. Five of Wands. Five of Wands on this beautiful card. It's traditionally known as the card for the struggle. In our generation, we love to say the struggle is real. And that's been something that's prevalent for lifetimes for humanity. And 5 is also the number for change and transformation. It's also the number for May. I find it interesting that my voice is coming and going. What I sense is part of this struggle has been difficult to even express in words. It was in quiet spaces where battle lines were drawn and fights had come and gone. And what I'm sensing and seeing, and as always, only take what resonates with you and a little bit of a trigger warning, what I'm sensing and seeing is a possible past lifetime. Where we are is, I hear flutes, and we are somewhere in Ireland, Irish-Scottish territories where there are tribal wars. These are times where humanity is struggling just for the basic needs. And what I see is an entire village is up in flames. And there is a young woman embracing her mother who looked like a baker to me. She's wearing a beautiful green dress with an apron. And there is a grandmother. And the grandmother is small in stature and round and very strong. She is incredibly muscular. She is a planter, a farmer. And in this scene that I'm seeing, the men are the ones who are harmed the most, along with the homes. As an Aquarian, our homes are very important to us, especially because we are people of the air. We hold space for water to flow, but we are of the air. And the earth is something that we connect to, and maybe there are other aspects in our chart that align us with the earth. Such as for me, I have Capricorn that grounds me. And whether you have something grounding in your chart or no, the events that have happened, the struggle that came and went, was very much one that removed you from what was familiar, what was your heritage, what was your lineage, and it wiped it away in one foul swoop, like a loss of land or a sudden fall from grace. It could have been a layoff, a job that was lost, a relation who passed away suddenly and left everyone in debt when the expectation was that there was going to be prosperity. And this struggle is one that is transforming you and your life, and also those around you. I feel that you are in the center and there are 4 around you. And they are all moving in cycle with you as you are, and this is what they're showing me, is this spiral. It's trying to complete itself, but instead of it being a circle, it's a spiral that's ascending this way. Which is interesting because you kind of see the pattern of the flowers on this card, and they're sort of going in that vein. So you are completing your cycle and your spiral. However, you keep hitting these points of deep, intense, impactful struggle that you don't feel entitled to talk about. That's what I sense, is You don't want to talk about it to the people around you because you are the one that's holding everybody else up. And you're the one, even though you're the Aquarian, you're grounding all the other energies, which honestly is an anomaly. And you can see this one, it's almost touching the ground. So you are finding sacred earth, even though you're kind of floating through these moments. And you're not floating as in you're floating through it and it's no problem. No, you are a leader and you are energetically guiding the rest through this valley of unknown to a new home that you're establishing within yourself. And let's just call for the response to where this card has taken us and see what's coming through from my other magnificent, very powerful deck. Oh my God. Okay, well, from the 5 to the 10, clearly you are going to not only build a new community for yourself and for those who are your beloveds, and whether they are physically around you or not, and even whether you are in contact or not, they will energetically receive this. 10 of Cups is like the ultimate. It means happy life, happy marriage, happy home. It means prosperity, and not prosperity that you feel like you have to hold and hoard and be afraid of losing. No, it's true prosperity that just keeps flowing and flowing and flowing because it is coming through your source. This is also a card for healing. There might be things going on in your body, and what I sense is the belly. There's been some issues in the belly and some health concerns there. It's moving, and it's about letting the energy, it's almost like it's happening because there's a buildup of energy as you are finding this new ground within you. That this new ground is helping you heal your chakra, your sacral chakra energy. And it is magnifying the path for you to connect through your heart into your cosmic knowing. I'm getting very lightheaded. Because everything you need to know is always within you. And it's always been in your mind. And for us to go from the 5 to the 10, 10 is October. So from May to October is a major shift for you. From this place of being denied what was rightfully your inheritance. I'll call it an inheritance, whether it's actually an inheritance. It's what you are rightfully knowing that you were to receive. And for whatever reason, you were robbed from it. You might have actually been physically robbed, but it was taken. Thank you for affirming my beautiful urban landscape as they are flying through. Going to fight fires. You had to put out a lot of fires. And with every fire that you put out, it's paying dividends times 10. And you might have put an investment in something that you completely forgot about. Planted seeds that you didn't tell anyone about because you honestly didn't even know if they were going to grow. You didn't even know if the soil was ready for new seeds, because when there are fires, seeds get thrown about. And what happens is that the burning, the scorching of the earth makes the earth incredibly fertile. So the new force that grows through, yes to the sirens that are affirming what we are saying, you were able to take that earth and look what you made of it. I'm so deeply moved. I'm like moved to tears. Know that I recognize the courage it takes to go from this place of not having and being so bereft to arriving to a plane where not only are you healing within yourself in the spaces like your belly, like your sacral region, and the part of your heart that was denied is the one that is speaking the loudest and is really just moving all the energy through you, because it is your inner sacred guide and what I see as a divine grandmother who is watching over your heart. It might be your literal grandmother and it might be a sacred spiritual godmother, but she is moving the energy for you. And she is lifting up a golden, what looks like a golden cube above her head. And she is saying, you can fly. And you are soaring through these challenges that you are facing. Trust that the next 5 months will not be easy. The struggle is real. And because you feel like you can't talk about it, it will come in waves where you will learn to express, because you may do it in writing. You may do it in song. You may do it in dancing. You may do it in walking, in running, in cycling, in meditation or breath work. You will express it, because part of that expression is what's going to bring about your 10 of Cups, of realizing all that is destined for you. And it is a whole new beginning for you and all those who you love around you, the people who believed in you, your tried and true tribe. And whether they are people who are physical or they are in the ether, whether they are your cosmic family or those who surround you in your community, know that you are a source of benevolent light for yourself and for those around you on every level that you can imagine. And this is effortless for you. Because as Aquarians, it is our deepest wish to be of service to our humanity. And when we are grounded, that is when we truly can be. Wow, I am so deeply moved by your journey. Bless your beautiful heart. Bless your beautiful path. Thank you for joining me. It is an honor to witness you. Bless you.